How do I read my BiPAP pressure data? If you are using a Bilevel positive airway pressure machine and wondering how to interpret your pressure data, you are in the right place. Understanding your BiPAP pressure data is essential for managing your sleep apnea treatment effectively. Let's break down the key components you need to know. First, the two main pressure settings are inspiratory positive airway pressure and expiratory positive airway pressure. Inspiratory positive airway pressure is the pressure delivered when you inhale, while expiratory positive airway pressure is the pressure during exhalation. The difference between these two pressures is known as pressure support. For example, if your inspiratory positive airway pressure is set to 15 centimeters of water and your expiratory positive airway pressure is set to 10 centimeters of water, your pressure support is 5 centimeters of water. This support helps ease your breathing effort. Next, you should check the minimum and maximum pressure settings for both inspiratory positive airway pressure and expiratory positive airway pressure. These settings are determined by your healthcare provider during a titration study to optimize your airway and minimize apnea events. For instance, your expiratory positive airway pressure might start at 8 centimeters of water, while your inspiratory positive airway pressure could be set at 12 centimeters of water. Another important aspect is how your BiPAP device tracks obstructive events like apneas and hypopneas. The goal is to adjust the pressures to reduce or eliminate these events. If you notice frequent obstructive apneas in your data, it may indicate that your settings requiring adjustment. You might also see pressure trends displayed over the night. Some BiPAP machines provide graphs showing how inspiratory positive airway pressure and expiratory positive airway pressure change during sleep. If your expiratory positive airway pressure remains consistently high, it could mean your machine is working hard to keep your airway open. Additionally, pay attention to other data points such as leak rates, usage hours, and the apnea-hypopnea index. High leak rates can affect how well the pressure is delivered, while consistent nightly use is vital for effective therapy. The apnea-hypopnea index shows the average number of apnea and hypopnea events per hour, helping you gauge how well your treatment is working. To read your BiPAP pressure data effectively, start by identifying your current inspiratory positive airway pressure and expiratory positive airway pressure settings along with the pressure support level. Look for patterns of obstructive events. If they persist, it may be time to consult your healthcare provider for possible adjustments. Monitoring leak rates is also important to ensure your mask fits properly. Understanding these elements will help you track your BiPAP therapy's effectiveness and support discussions with your healthcare team about optimizing your treatment.